Okay. Good morning, everybody. I'm now going to call to order the Wednesday, October 6th Highway Parks and Recreation Committee meeting. Lori, would you like to take attendance?
Sorry about that. Elena Finnan, Stan Fominski, and Paul Briggs. Have I missed anyone? Okay.
You have Linda O'Brien on there? I'm sorry.
I-
Didn't hear.
I did, I forgot to turn my microphone on. So yes, I did say Linda. Gotcha.
Okay, good.
Great. Okay, so we're going to move on to approval of the minutes. We have the September 8th meeting minutes. I'm going to make a motion to approve. Do I have a second on that motion?
I'll second that.
Thank you. Are there any changes to these minutes? Okay, with no changes, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? And those minutes are approved. So we're going to move on to our public comment section. I did not receive any emailed public comment to be included today. If anybody else has, you can put that forth now. And I don't believe we don't have anyone joining us here in person. It doesn't look like we have anyone joining us remotely either. So has anyone received any public comment?
I have not.
Okay. All right. Okay, great. Well, we'll move on to Highway Parks items with our Superintendent Ray Smith.
Thank you. Item 1, highway crews be working on trees, resident request, patching of roads, landscaping of the newly paved roads. Number 2, paving has been completed for the 2021 season. I'd like to thank all involved in that process. Worked with water and sewer on manholes, valves, and all that. Everybody's work, along with the highway guys, is greatly appreciated for another successful year. Number 3, personnel updates. Last month, we posted a crew leader job and a heavy equipment job appointments for the retirees in March. We've been using people per diemly, and we're in the process of finishing up some interviews, and we'll make our recommendations for appointments at the end of this month. Additionally, the bus driver that is driving the bus for the senior center and also working for me as temporary help on the days he doesn't drive the bus. We had one of our grounds workers leave a few months back. Matt has came to me and asked if he could come on full time. I know Lori and Lisa and the girls down at the rec center have been actively seeking a replacement bus driver for him. I will work with Janet as to how we want to appoint this. He's going to go full-time, but I'll work with Janet. Janet works with me very well on if we want to continue him or if we're starting from scratch. So I'll do the details with her. And, I know you appointed a bus driver, and I'm willing to, in a pinch or if you need continued training for the new driver, make Matt available to you. And I know it's a big change, and he's done very well by you. He's done very well by me. So, I surely will make sure that the folks down at the rec center are taken care of. So,
Thanks, Ray.
You're welcome.
He's a good one. He's definitely a benefit for the whole town. So that's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Number 4, yard waste update. Fall brush and loose leaf flyers were in the Gazette the end of last month and the Niskayuna Journal. So this is the last week of the scheduled pickup. We'll go on random pickup beginning on Monday of next week. Loose leaf is in zone 1 this week, and we'll continue a zone per week until we've completed the town. We encourage the residents to read the flyer. There are still some restrictions as to how you place and what we take and what we don't. So it's on the town website. It was in the paper. I also dropped off a large pile of brochures. They're in by the front doors there for anybody who does come to town hall, and made Dottie aware, so she will direct them for that flyer. Number 5, fall season, where crews will begin preparation for the fall and winter operations of the highway department. This includes getting our leaf boxes on, our leaf machines up and running, preparation of the dump site, a lot of things involved in this. And along with, getting things broken down and getting our winter operation in place, Sanders gone through. And so we don't get much of a break between these 2 seasons. So we'll continue to make sure that we're ready to go in both aspects of that. Number 6, Schenectady County grant. I've been working with Elena. I got to get her some more paperwork to do the letter. I have spoke to the county. We'll be doing a meeting even previous to submitting the letter. The letter is more for the financial part of it, but they can come inspect the sites in which we have completed. And there's a couple on the list that we hope to at least start or purchase the equipment before that goes. But my hope is to all the completed projects, get the money back to the town and get it settled back into the budget where, we put the money forth to do this. So we'll be replenishing and obviously more money in the budget. So I'll take care of that. Number 7, soccer fields. After the last board meeting, we had the approval to get the dirt, had it delivered the next day, and we got 3 days in over there last week to start top dressing. And, with this rain, it's impossible for us to get out there right now, but as soon as we can get back out there, we will be out there, finish top dressing. We have all the seed and stuff that we need to get that buttoned up. So once we're able to get back out there, it should go fairly quick. Number 8, finance items. So last month I brought forth the van for use for the cleaner, which was going to be split between me and Matt. The availability of a vehicle, the one that we thought we had when we reached back out and said we were going to reso it, was no longer available. We've searched all over the state. We got our local vendors that we deal with searching, doing a broader search for this vehicle. We think we have one, and we're trying to get them to get it shipped in and locked down with a secure price about what I had said last month. So I will bring that forth for resolution if I can get that locked down. But it is a challenge. Even a leftover, there's nothing to be found. So we are working very hard on that because he's currently out of a vehicle, and we have him in a temporary situation that is not by any means convenient for him. And like I had said before, that truck needs to come back for our winter and fall operations. So we'll continue to work on that.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. We're going to move on to tree council and complete streets items with Laura Robertson. I believe I saw her join the call. Yep, there she is. All right, Laura.
Hi, I don't really have too much to report on either. Kind of the same things that I always talk about at this meeting. I just wanted to let people know that the last tree is being planted on Dean Street on October 7th at 9:30 in the morning. And then we're gonna do the thank you tree for Andrea Worthington at Aqueduct Park at I think 11 on October 7th. And anybody's welcome to come to either of those events.
Okay, great. Thank you. Do you have any Conservation Advisory Council items?
No, I think at some point I just want to talk to Ray because we moved a bunch of the plants over from Kelt's farm, a bunch of the wildflowers, and we're trying to order the signs, but I wanted to see if we could use the poles from the highway department. I'm picturing that those are those like square poles that have the holes up and down them. If we could use those to mount the signs that say Lomo.
Yeah, do you know approximately how many you need?
I think we're looking at ordering like 4 or 5 signs, so 4 or 5.
No problem. We keep the recycled ones that we take down that might be a little bent. We can cut them up and so it won't cost us nothing to do that. So not a problem.
Okay, great. Yeah, the recycled ones would be perfect for us. That's perfect for us.
Okay, let me know. When do you expect them in?
I paid for them, so I'm expecting them to come within a week or 2. And then if I have a little bit of extra budget, I was going to pick up some more wildflowers and then we can put the signs in around the same time.
Okay.
Okay,
Couple weeks.
let me know.
Okay, thanks, Ray.
All right, next we have Knott Street Improvement Plan. Any update on that?
I don't have any update on that today either.
Okay. River Road construction. I'm assuming is that Kelt's farm that we're talking about? Item 12.
Kelt's farm is going. I believe they have all their approvals. We're just making sure. We've got one more letter to send them about the sewer. I think they got their stuff off of Flatnick Park, right, Ray? And then
Oh, so.
if it was the River Road soccer fields,
Yeah, that's what I'm.
waiting on the final invoices for them. But
Okay.
as far as the grant goes, that's basically done.
Okay. All right. And we also, I think, need to regroup and figure out what our next phase is and where we're going to go with that project.
Yeah,
So,
because we have the pavilion ready for the bathroom we have the concrete ready for the bathroom and the pavilion, but we need to get that in there.
okay. All right. Yeah. Let's all regroup about that to discuss what the next steps are going to be. Because I think some of the members of softball are also wondering about utilities and et cetera. So, all right. I'll reach back out about that. All right. Next item we have Rivers Ledge Parkland Fund update.
So that one is more of an update of the Aqueduct Park, I think, probably because we decided that they were going to use the money that was allocated to them. So I went out there on Monday and I would say like 85% of the plantings are in. All of the walls are in there. The rough grading's done. They need to do topsoil and seeding, and the pavilion concrete's in, but the pavilions aren't up, but the pavilions are delivered. So I think they can actually put the pavilions up at any time. The only thing is, and I see that Matt's on the call, like if Matt or Ray wants to meet me out there, I'm still having the TDE come out there with me, but there's a decent, and it could just be because there's not full stabilization on the site yet, but it's a downhill, right? So there's a decent amount of stormwater that's still like moving through the park. So I just want to make sure that we have it all directed in the right way so that we don't have like a maintenance problem when we accept it. So I would say generally speaking, it's going really well. I just want to do a stormwater. I want to do a stormwater double look before we're okay with the final grade.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Do you have any other updates for us, Laura, before we move on?
I do not. Thanks everybody for listening.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Next item, we have a farmer's market update. We did, in the process of putting together our budget, increase our farmer's market budget for next year. So we've increased it to $3,000, and that's based off of the revenue that we've received. So this year, we actually believe we're going to exceed that revenue number even. So it's a revenue neutral initiative. But it's been amazing to see just how successful it was, especially this year. And for those who aren't aware, we did entertain from the farmers specifically a longer market season. So they have a lot of fall items, which is great: pumpkins, gourds, squashes, apple cider donuts, which is my favorite. So we're happy to see that. We're especially happy to see that next year there will be more money for any number of the initiatives that they may want to implement. So more advertising to get the word out further and increase attendance, because it's a win for everybody. It's a win for the market participants and our vendors. It's a win for the community. So that's exciting for next year. That's the only
So-
update I have.
Supervisor, are there any more farmer markets coming up?
There are. The season ends at the end of October.
Thank you.
So we have 3 more, I believe.
Thank you.
Thank
Well,
you.
Paul, if you want, you can sign up for the Town of Niskuna email list, and every week I email out what's going to be at that week's farmers market. So,
Perfect. Seth, you can just sign him up. Might as well, right? You're welcome, Paul. He's like, please don't do that.
Just, yeah, send it to my personal email, Seth, because I see that every day.
okay, I'll do that for you.
Great. Okay. Well, next we have recreation and community programs items with Lori Peretti.
Okay, we've had a very busy fall. For our October events, we have a fall movie night slated for next Friday. It's the movie Free Guy. It's a PG-13, so we're kind of targeting the tweens who haven't really had a chance to watch a movie because the other ones were a little bit geared towards younger kids. And a blast will be going out at the end of the week to determine the start time of the movie. We have pumpkin painting here at Town Hall on October 17th from noon until 1. It's $7 per participant. Within 2 hours, we were had a wait list, so we opened up a second session, and we have a small wait list for that as well. So it was very well received, and we're thrilled. And our annual Halloween parade will be Sunday, October 31st on Halloween from here at Town Hall from 4 to 5. It's an outdoor only event, and so we're hoping for good weather. The Girl Scouts will be collecting canned goods for the food drive, and Niski Now will be collecting boxed macaroni and cheese and canned fruit for their holiday food drive. So that will be blasted as well, and there are signs outside. Now that the summer has died down a little, we are ramping up our work on our facilities use manual, which is long overdue. My goal is to have all of this in place by January, a working copy to send to the board for their edits and their approval, and Ray as well, and everyone, so we can all be on the same page and everything can be fair. So if someone wants to rent a basketball court, we have it in, like a grid. Oh, this is how much it's going to cost. So everybody's being treated the same way. So we are diligently working on that. And as far as resolutions for October, I have none as of now.
Well, great. Thank you very much. We're going to move on to senior program updates with Linda O'Brien.
Okay. Hi, everybody. We had our end of the season party in September, and I just want to review real quick. We fought the weather. It kind of tempered our numbers, unfortunately. In the end, it did not rain. It held off. So we were able to squeeze in some good music with the Bill Lawrence Trio. We had great food with the Ironworks, and we had a lot of people checking out the new bocce area, and that went over pretty big. They're beautiful. So we are very thankful and appreciative to Matt and to Ray. Between the two of them, they finished them off, and they're just gorgeous. So the whole area. We had Ray and Charlie, they built some shelves in one of the closets over there, so we're able to keep the equipment. We pulled it all out, cleaned it up, and it's just great. So that is there for the use for everybody. I'd say probably our end number was like 40-ish. So it's definitely short of what we had hoped for, but considering the weather, it wasn't bad. Mahjong is at the center. Mahjong is taking off. Edie and Pam have volunteered time to come in and teach at night, and that's been successful. We're also seeing pickleball pick up. Janice has been asked to teach, so we've had some new blood come in. Connie she comes in and she's a volunteer, and she teaches Tai Chi in the mornings on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and she's had up to 13 people there. That seems to be her new norm, so she's very excited about that. Ray talked about the transfer of Matt and bringing on our new bus driver. He's just finishing up some administrative work, and then we're going to give him training as soon as we can. Exercise it continues to be very well attended. We offer it in hybrid form whenever possible, and it's just, people love it. The Gershon's lunch program also, we continue to get really good feedback from people. They're very appreciative. Our average, it's like between 50 and 60 depending on the day and depending on the menu. Our overall program attendance continues to grow. Our membership is growing, and we put together a coffee/snack bar when we made changes with the overall meal program, and that is continuing to grow. So it's really cute. It's a busy little center these days, and interestingly, we're seeing a greater range in ages as well. So we're very encouraged and very excited about that. We have a book group that meets the first Thursday of each month. The November title is Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. Our Alzheimer's Association, they do a caregivers group that meets the first Friday of each month at 11 o'clock, and we've been getting a lot of calls from people. So this is becoming very helpful, and people are very appreciative. So Edie has worked with the Schenectady Arts Society, and we will be the host site for 3 art workshops that are coming up. There's one in October, one in November, one in December. You can get all of the details online under senior news, and I think we have a blast that's gone out already. The workshops will run from 10:30 to 2:30. There is a pre-registration required. There is also a limited space available, so a maximum of 14 attendants. And of course, all COVID protocols are followed, and Edie is going to be kind of managing that to make sure everything follows our guidelines. So that is it in a nutshell. Did I leave anything out? Any questions? I think we're good.
Thank you so much, Linda.
Sure.
All righty. Are there any other items? Okay. Our next meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, November 3rd at 8:15 a.m. We are going to be continuing with our hybrid meeting model. I think it's been working quite well. So we will see you all in November. So with that, I'm going to motion to adjourn. Do I have a second on that motion?
Second.
Thank
Second.
you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? And we're adjourned for the morning. Everybody have a wonderful day.
You too.